How's it going, guys? SharkBlox here. So you guys might have realized I'm on an old version of Roblox. That's because I'm using a different website. This website is called the Web Archive, and what it lets you do is browse websites in their previous state. So this is what Roblox used to look like in 2016. So roughly about 3 years ago exactly now, to this date, exactly what Roblox used to look like. And basically, as you guys notice, I'm on the limited section because I want to show you guys something that's very interesting. If we have a look at it, limiteds back 3 years ago, look at the prices of them. So we could get a Shaggy for 70 Robux, we could get the Koala for 95, Valentine's Day Cat was only 90 Robux. They're pretty cheap, right? On the first page, nothing really goes above 200 Robux. Everything is pretty cheap. I could buy everything on here. Let's go to the second page as well and take a look at anything. So on the second page, more items on here, starting to get a bit more expensive, but you know, they're still pretty cheap, 200 Robux. And now what happens if we look at the Roblox website 3 years later? So let's go on the catalog, let's go to collectibles, all collectibles, we're going to go on low to high and just look at the prices. These are so expensive. Just on the low to high section, everything is 400 Robux. So basically the reason why I'm making this video, if you want to get a limited item, get it as soon as possible. They are going so expensive. Now there's a couple of reasons for this. Roblox have stopped making limiteds, which means the ones that are already on here are just going to go up in value because there aren't any, more ones coming out, so people aren't buying them and stuff. The other reason is Roblox is a lot more popular. It's gaining in popularity every day, so obviously more people are getting Builders Club and more people wanting to trade and collect limited items, and also because there is just a quite high demand for them. So I just thought it was pretty crazy. I looked on the collectibles section the other day and I couldn't believe it. There wasn't anything I could buy for 200 Robux, and considering all this stuff used to be so cheap, that's insane. So let me just prove it. Maybe let's look up something that's super cheap. So if we just go back to the first page, what is something that's super cheap? Maybe like Shaggy. How much is Shaggy now? Is it even on here? Should we find it? Shaggy, how much is that? Okay, so it used to be 70 Robux and now it's gone up to 470. Actually, that looks cool on my avatar, but keep in mind this was something that was this was tickets. I'm just gonna buy it, why not? It actually looks quite cool on my avatar, but this was something that used to be tickets and now it's extremely expensive. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna buy some limiteds in this video, spend some of my Robux. I'm gonna show you guys some limiteds that might be fairly cheap now and might be more expensive in the future. Obviously this is getting a lot harder to find because they're just so expensive right now. If you want a fairly decent limited, that's still going to cost you 1,000 Robux, which is still like $10. So yeah, pretty crazy. Anyway, let's find something that a racing helmet is 630. I was buying that so cheap. Should we have a look at it on here and see how much that was? There you go. If we search racing helmet. But yeah, anyway, Roblox is so expensive. I'm tempted to go even further back. Should we go back to 2012? I bet there's some really cheap limiteds on the catalog. We're probably going to think, oh my god, they were so cheap. So let's go to collectibles, all collectibles. I was playing Roblox quite a bit this time. I was quite young, but I was really into the game at this time actually. So if we just go into collectibles, all collectibles, this is going to let us. Oh yeah, this website is a bit slow. The reason why this website is so slow is because it's just preserved a lot of websites. I don't know how big the server is for this, but let's just go on low to high. I don't know if it's going to load in the images, but it seems to have brought up the Thanksgiving theme, so we're in November. But let's just see if it works. Okay, so it has kind of worked, but we can't actually see any of the images. Let's search something. Fiesta Sombrero. I can't remember what that is. Is that the multicolored one? I think I might know it. Oh wow, okay, so that used to be, I actually used to have this. This used to be 210 and now it's over 700. Look at these, they're so expensive. Alright guys, so the question is, how do you get a limited that's still worth something? So we're going to have a look. Now there's a few things you're looking for. Obviously you want the price to be low, you want it to be kind of nice looking, and you also want it to be not really owned by many people. So you want it kind of like a kind of rare item that not many people own. So we're just going to search. There are several websites where you can snipe limiteds. Maybe I will find one and make another video. But for this video, I'm just going to have a look on the catalogue and try and buy something that looks decent and maybe not that expensive. So Black Iron Commando, that's something I'm noticing that could possibly go up. And you can also have a look. So okay, so the price now, $8.90, that's not too bad at all. As you can see, it does get to 1,000, and I've actually already got one of these, so I don't need a second one. Blue Winter Cap, we can take a look at that one as well. Yeah, you just want to find something that looks simple, looks quite nice, something that people would want to buy and use on their account, and then you could possibly buy it. But limiteds are so expensive, this is crazy. If I log into my SharkBlox account, that has got so many limiteds on. That must be quite an expensive account now. But yeah, I can't believe how much they've gone up. Just this like random stuff is like over 1,000 Robux. Very, very mad. And people are still buying this, so the demand for them is definitely high. So I've found some items that I might spend my Robux on, because in the future, you never know, these are probably going to be even more expensive, and when they are more expensive, what you can do is sell them and get a lot more money. So on my other account, my SharkBlox account, if I was to sell the stuff on there, I would be making a lot of money back, because I've just had the stuff lying on the account and it's eventually gone up over time. So if you have a look at this, this is currently 820 Robux, it says $10, it's probably a bit less to be fair. But if we have a look at the price, recently sold for 600, so we don't really want to buy this one. And then we've got the death metal headphones, recently sold for 2,800. So if you bought this, not really a big difference, so it would be kind of a good buy. I think we're just going to leave these. Next is the cool snowman head. Now this is fairly cheap, and it last sold for 400, so yeah, you don't really want to get this. If it's sold for a lower price it's currently at, I'd probably leave it. You want to get it when it's at its lowest. So again, with this one, that was 600, not too bad. This one was 600 as well. I'm going to try this on though, because this gear is actually quite cool. It's like the Link sword, but just not as good. Wait, what? What? Is this completely broken? And at one point this sold for 4,000 Robux. That's ridiculous. Well, that is a very cool gear. It does not work on Arthur at all. And then we've got the accursed vampire bat hand. Now the interesting thing about this, this is actually going for 1,000 Robux. The original price was 1,000 Robux, and it's now cheaper than the original price. So that is very unusual. You won't really see much stuff like this on the catalogue, and I think it's broken because it's not loading. I can try and refresh it, but I don't know what's going on. So yeah, this is broken, and it recently sold for 680, so we're going to leave this one. And the next one is Zombie Cat. How much did this sell for? Okay, so this looks like quite a good buy right now. It's 1,500. Do you know what? That actually looks quite cool. I'm just going to buy it. Screw it. This is cool. Zombie Cat. I've always wanted this. So there you go. That is how you get limited. Apparently that was $23. I doubt it. It's probably about $18 maybe. But yeah, I guess that was an okay buy. I can't even remember what I bought it for now, but as you can see, that was the last sale, and this is going to go up in value anyway. It's kind of rare, and there's not many people selling this, to be fair. And then we've also got a pumpkin necklace. Let's just go and try on the zombie cat I bought. I don't know if it looks cool. I thought it went on my shoulder, and I just realized it was on my head actually, but oh well, never mind. There you go, that's what it looks like. And it actually, did that take my horns off? Okay, so I'm going to put both on because that look quite cool together. Alright, there you go. There is my zombie cat. Pretty much any trade hangout server you join, and if you look at the list, you can see everyone in here is just pretty rich. Like, look at the amount of Robux on these guys. I think even my SharkBlox account has over 400,000. But if we look at the items I've got on this one, you can see I've got Playful Vampire, Zombie Cat, Black Iron Commando, Sword Pack, Sub-Zero Ski Spec, Shaggy, Skate, Niner Boy I think, Bat Tie, and the Van Dam's Day Cap. This even comes to 10k, which is pretty crazy, which, if you buy 10k off Robux, is that like $100? I think it is, which is though quite a lot of money on Robux. So yeah, I guess that's it for this video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe. Let me know what your favorite limited is. I don't really trade like I used to, or to be fair, I don't trade at all. I used to trade all the time, and that's how I got all that stuff. But yeah, limiteds are so expensive now. It's just, trading's just a lot harder. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.